Okay, so we finished the midterm, sorry. And, overall, I thought we did pretty well. Some of you all did not make the 60%, but that's okay because it's an average of 60% between the final and the midterm. So you still have the opportunity to improve. What generally happens is some mistakes are rounding issues, and I do take care of that. Sometimes with some of these circuits and some other issues, there's sign problems. So you get partial credit if you forgot a sign here and there or just missed a sign. But the other thing is the right triangles. That's a lot of, not a lot, but it's what you will do in your circuit classes once you do take those. So the skill to be able to solve for angles and sides in a triangle is something that many of you all will need moving forward. So that kind of troubles me. The signs and the rounding don't trouble me as much as the inability to calculate using your trigonometry, okay, your ratios. So there were some issues there. Now, something I do see from normally 5, 6, 7, 8 students, you're getting your sides mixed up. So what that tells me is that either you're just always assuming a certain side is the opposite, so therefore you're always using the sine function, which is not how you're supposed to do it. Okay, so you can't always say side B is the opposite, because opposite of what? Okay, think about it. If I said go to the opposite wall, you say the opposite of what wall? Or the opposite of where? So when you talk about a side that's opposite or side that's adjacent, it's adjacent or opposite to a particular angle. Okay, so make sure that you understand that. I mean, it's big. So that's what happens, I think, for those of y'all that get these. You'll have the right answers, but just the wrong sides. So be careful moving forward, and know if you're working with an angle A or angle B and then side B, side C. You got to make sure that you've got all that square. Okay, so those are normally the mistakes I see. With the triangles, if you're having trouble, you need to email me. While you're working your homework, send me ask the instructor from the question, and it'll send me the question you're working on. Don't wait till the last minute to try to get help. Try to get help as you go. And I will try to help you over email all I can, because sometimes this could be something very minor and it could get you straightened out. So those are just things that I see all the time. It's not the end of the world. You can definitely come back from this, but you need to get that stuff squared away. Whether it be calculator issues or whether it be, solving equation issues. They're different, because there's 3 questions on that test that involve just punching things into your calculator, and several of y'all missed those. So there's something going on possibly with your calculator. Okay. Another thing, try to, when you're doing the review, try to do as much as you can without using, extra help, like too much help with your notes. You're allowed the 1 page front and back. So try just to use that as you're practicing for the test. So try to create the same environment at home as you do when taking the test, because that can be a problem. Okay, can make you nervous, can make you forget things. So don't, have so many options for help available that when you go to take the test, you don't have all those options, and that creates extra anxiety. Okay, so because things do happen. I see it all the time. Students that make A's on everything flunk the test for whatever reason. Okay, I'm sure there's lots of reasons, but I don't know what they are, but they just happen. So I can only, suggest what you can do to be successful to avoid, that happening. Okay, so that's all those things. You've got a final coming up. And it's not till December, but it is the other proctored test. So you still have to pass, have a 60 between the final and the midterm average to pass the class. Doesn't matter if you make hundreds on everything else. So that's why it's more important for you to be able to work through the problems on your own with, as little help as I give you for the test, than to make hundreds on everything by using other avenues. Okay. Whatever I mean by avenues, I won't say. But anyway, so let's move forward. You've got other issues coming up: law sines, law cosines. You've got some exponential logarithmic equations, polar rectangular coordinates. So some of these can be difficult. The formulas for law sines, law cosines, they can be difficult, but not impossible. Okay, just got to have some good calculator skills, good ability to put numbers into formulas and work things out. So that's practice. Okay, you got to practice. So as you prepare for this final, give yourself the time to prepare. Don't wait till the last day to start reviewing for the final. That's a bad idea. And I will remind you of this later, because some of y'all did this for the midterm. I know, I can see when you did your review. So it's just not a good idea. So try to stay ahead of the game. Work ahead, get things done. If you have questions, ask me. I will do what I can to help you. For the 126S students, I am trying to do what I can to prepare you for each section. So this is a learning experience for me as well. If you think of anything that might help you, please let me know. I am giving more videos with examples, and for you to work along with me to make sure you understand how to do things, because I'm not finding a lot of stuff that can help you prepare you for what's coming up. But anyway, we'll do the best we can. So keep in touch. Email me if you got questions. Stay ahead of the game. And don't forget, if you did poorly on this test, it's not all over yet. Okay, so have a good rest of the week. I know we're on fall break at BCTC. It ends today, so I'm sure many of you are in the same boat. So have a good one.